Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I have a video for Write at Home Shop and I am going to be using their new layered rainbow stencils to create a background rainbow here in my October Daily Fall Documented album. So I am using little finger dauber sponges. You can see that I have the little yellow the three little yellow things at the very top of the video. Those are blending brushes from the shop. However, I had already used them in previous colors and I was going for a completely different color scheme with this spread, and so I did not want to contaminate the ink pad. So I'm using sponge daubers. I will have her shop link down below if you guys want to get this fun rainbow layered stencil. She has several other brand new layering stencils that just hit the shop a couple weeks ago, and they all look fabulous. But I was super excited about the rainbow, so I absolutely love it. I've used it, I think, 5 or 6 times now, and I absolutely love it. I did create a card, and that is over on my Facebook and my Instagram. I did a fall card. I don't make cards very often, but this little stencils, I guess, made it so easy. I will say the first 2 times that I used the stencil, I did not clean in between, and it did stain my stencils. So I highly suggest just using a dry paper towel and just wipe off that ink before, moving on to the next layer. It's really easy to layer them. It shows you exactly, there's little etched edges that shows you exactly where to place your stencil. They're numbered 1 through 5, so there are 5 stencils. I am not using, for this spread, I'm not using the whole stencil to create a really, really big rainbow. I'm only using a couple of the pieces. So I'm not using the outer pieces just because it would have went on to the next page and I didn't want that. I just wanted it to be on this one page. And I also could have flipped it in the opposite direction and did it on the side. And I could have done a page that way, but I am doing it this way. I am using Distress inks, just the mini cubes, and I am just blending it straight onto the Storyline Chapters page. I will say that it did go through the page, but it just depends on what ink you're going to use. So yeah, I just covered up that page that it went through. I just covered it with pattern paper and it's all good. I did just use washi tape to kind of adhere it down to hold it in place, but because I am working in a notebook and there is another page right beside it, I did have to hold it down there on the edge, just because it is overlapping, so that's why I'm holding it. But if you're just doing it on a sheet of paper, then you don't have to really hold it like I am. It stays pretty well. You can just use washi tape to adhere it down. So I'm working with typical Halloween colors with added pink. I used a black, a purple, an orange, a green, and a pink. The photo that I am going to be documenting is actually a photo of Hocus Pocus, like when the Sanderson sisters are saying "You Put a Spell on Me," when they were like on stage singing. I took a picture of my TV. This is from last year. This is from 2020. So yeah, I think this year, I don't know. I just like to document like when I watched the movie. We watched it on Halloween that year, but I think I also watched it a couple other times. It's my favorite Halloween movie. I've already watched it this year. I watched it when I did my fall decorating. I just went on Disney Plus and watched it there while I decorated. And yeah. So it does take some time to do the stenciling. I wanted to leave this whole process in for you guys just so you can see what I did. I put washi tape up there at the very top so it just didn't go over, so that ink didn't go over the top of the stencil. So now I'm just going to move that piece over to the other side there, and that just helps not bleed to the top there, because it's really hard to get in that little tiny little space there without getting it over top of that stencil. So now here comes the big reveal. Just wait. I'm going to clean off this stencil to make sure that it's all clean. And then, look how pretty. So yeah, I absolutely love it. So I'm going to put the picture right there, but I am going to use a couple layers, like matting the photo with a couple layers. This paper I've had in my stash for so long. I'm pretty sure I got it from Michael's a couple years ago. And it's just a shiny black piece of cardstock. And then I'm going to use some scrap orange paper from a previous layout, and I'm going to use that for another mat. And I just love it. All of the colors are in the photo, the greens, the pinks, the purples, the blacks, and it just makes me so happy. I love the rainbow. There you can see that it did bleed through, but again, I end up covering it up with pattern paper for the next spread, and it's fine. It works out just fine. So I'm just going to put the photo right there at the top of the rainbow, and then I wanted to use these thickers and spell out just Hocus Pocus, and I decided to do it kind of overlapping the rainbow, and I'm so glad that I did, because at first I was going to put it, you know, at the top, just put it up there like I typically probably would, and then I decided to put it down kind of overlapping the rainbow, and I absolutely love the way that this looks. I just think it's so cute, and it just makes me happy. If you can't tell, I love Hocus Pocus. I love all things like fall and Halloween. It's just my favorite time of year. So this whole project just makes me so happy. I have finally finished this album, and there will be a flip through on my YouTube channel, just so you guys know to be watching out for that. So if you're not subscribed, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss that. These little dots are super cute. They're not dots, they're like diamonds or like little stars, and they are also from the Right at Home shop, and they're white and they have glitter in them, and they're so pretty. You can color them if you have like alcohol markers, but I liked the white. I just thought that it added nice little pops of glitter there. And I'm just going to use some stickers to embellish kind of around the page. I'm going to use this sticker that is a spider web with a little spider hanging off of it, then a little gravestone, and then one that says Happy Haunting. And then I'm going to pull out these enamel, epoxy flare from Scrap and Happy Studio, and I'm going to use those in a couple different places for layering, and I just love them. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh, and I used up a whole thing of glue dots, so I was just happy. I've stated it before, I love using up products. It just makes me super happy. And I've had those glue dots, I would say, for probably 3 years. So I'm so glad that I finally used them. So that is that page. So now I'm going to go on to the next page. I really don't know why I did that page first. Because normally I would work from left to right. I don't know. I wanted to do the stenciling on the right side because it is flat. The left side has all of the previous pages. And so I'm pretty sure that's why I did it. So I'm going to use the rest of that paper, the like glossy black paper. And then I'm going to also use this pink cardstock that I had on my desk from another previous layout. Sorry, excuse me. And I'm going to mat both of the photos with that cardstock. The photo here is a photo of like little mummy hot dogs that I made last year for Halloween. And then I also did like a vegetable tray with homemade ranch, and I made a sausage and cheese dip with tortilla chips, and that was our dinner. So that's what we do for Halloween. We usually do like kind of like appetizer kinds of things or like snacky kind of things for dinner. And we always watch Hocus Pocus. It's kind of a tradition. And so I wanted both of these pictures to be side by side because they were the same night. Excuse me. And I just love it. I love it so, so much. I'm going to go ahead and start embellishing with some stickers. And then I had to use this little ghost. I think he or she is so cute. And what else? I'm going to pull in some floral pieces, some flowers that I had stamped previously, like off camera. And I did use a stamp set from the Right at Home shop, and that stamp set is called Freshly Picked. Here are those little like leaves and flowers. I had them kind of off to the side because I knew that I wanted to use them, and so yeah, it's just bringing that purple and green back into this side, so it kind of all is cohesive from both of the pages. So that is what I'm working on now, and I'm just building like a little cluster here, and I love these little stamps. They're super cute. And you can use them to just build your own little bouquets or little flower clusters, and I just think they're adorable. So I pulled in another epoxy flare on this side as well, the little pumpkin there. And again, that is from Scrap and Happy Studio. And I'm going to bring in, that's the stamp set that I used. I'm going to bring in some thickers, and they're going to be black glitter thickers. And I'm just going to use the one that says Halloween, and that's going to be my title for this page. That is my 2 spreads for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, again, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below and let me know if you do any kind of fall album or October album. And if you're doing one this year, let me know if you are, or if you've never done it, or if you're just maybe interested or like watching them videos. I do have a lot of the videos from this album over on my Patreon, so if you want to check out that community, you can. I will have it linked down below, as well as the supplies that I used for these 2 pages. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that you all have an amazing day. Bye, friends.